on your textbook. Okay, so get to the Google page and you're going to type in Connect Education, Ed, ED. Now, the first thing that came up on mine was Wonders Connect Ed, McGraw-Hill. The publisher is McGraw-Hill, so please click on McGraw-Hill. And this is the screen that you should see. Now, everybody has the same username and password as their student ID. So you are a student, so you put an S. Then you put your student ID number in there, and then that will be the same number for your password. So it just repeats itself. Then you log in. Once you log in, you will see two books, Earth and Space Science and Life Science. This is the book we're currently working with, the Life Science book. Please click on your Life Science book. Over to the right, there's a homework assignment that will be posted for the week for my class. So you could see what your homework is. So when you click on the homework, you will be able to see it. However, you can't click on this section as the homework. You have this little menu bar. This tells you what your homework is. So if you click this on, it gives you exactly what your homework is. When you're done with the homework, you hit done. You're done. So make sure that you complete your homework for the week. The left side also gives you resources that you could use. If you're interested in chapter 14, which is the chapter that we're working on right now, structure and movement, there are several different resources you can do to help you. You can do the online quiz. You can watch How Joints Work, which is a brain pop movie. You do not need a password for that. You can do a little bit of reading. You can look at a little practice lab. What is the skeletal system? Well, it tells you it has 206 bones. It can be divided into such. It gives you a procedure. You examine the laboratory. You can look at the cranium and it talks to you. Mandible. So this has great resources for you to use. You can do the reading coach. So it helps you and breaks down the words so that it might be a little bit simpler. The diagrams are from your book as well. So there are some things that you might prefer to do from here. There's a little science notebook if you want extra practice. What do I know? What do I want to learn, etc. So if you want to do this and you have questions, you come to school with questions, you can type right onto this. And it's in your book. There are vocabulary words that you should know what they mean. A review word that you learned from last year. An academic word that's not science-based. So there's good stuff in here. You can test yourself. You can type right in here. Functions of the skeletal system. Where did I find that? If you look in your textbook, and I could show you your ebook right now. Go to the Student Center, Connect Ed. This is where your ebook is. You click on the ebook, and this book will be exactly like the book that you have at home. It goes right to the chapter that I asked for initially. That's the skeletal system, which is chapter 14. So there's questions, function of the skeletal system. So I'm going to go back to those resources, and you'll see that in the science notebook that you can work with. I believe it's already open. So here it is, and I put split screen so you see both. Oh, now it's a little bit too big. Okay, so now it says function of the skeletal system, function of the skeletal system. What page was that? I could type it right in there, 487. What are the functions? Blank of tissues by hard bones. What do you think is happening here? Blank of tissues by hard bones. You need to read. Read a little. Turn the page. You can read a little more. Blank of tissues by hard bones. So read and figure out what goes in. It has to be a function. Does it move the tissues by hard bones? Protect them? Produce? So you have to look to see what the word is that would go in that blank. Does it support them, etc.? You can look. Blank, production of red blood cells. Production or storage of fat and calcium. Movement is enabled by bones attached to the muscles. There's 4 functions of the skeletal system. So you need to production of tissues by hard bones, etc. And then they have different things that you might want to look at. Details. What's going to happen? You don't have to do this unless I assign it, but this is where you find it. Okay? Looks good? There are more features that you might be interested in. There's a table of contents over here with all of the chapters that you might like to look at. I'm going to go back to the book, and this is the student edition. Got to get back to where we belong so that you can get vocabulary if you need it. Now this right here is because of the virus protection. It doesn't want me to open it. Project-based learning. I don't know if you want to do any projects. You can look for keywords, favorite things. You can actually make something favorite. Here's your menu. So you have resources, homework, home. Go back to the home page. The standards. You can type little things in. Well, what do I want? This is my notebook. What do I need to remember? And save it so you can refer back to it when you study for your final or your benchmark. Okay, that concludes how to use your textbook day 1.